O dear wanderer of sleepless nights, picture this. The chaos of your day unravels like a frayed thread, pulling you into a world where time stretches eternally, where the stars above are ancient guides leading you to rest. If you've ever stared at the ceiling, your mind a storm of thoughts refusing to quiet, this is your escape, a portal to tranquility. Sleepy stories from the Silk Road, ancient trade and tranquility for deep sleep, where the legends of merchants, mystics, and moonlit journeys weave a blanket of peace around your weary soul. Subscribe now so these silken tales can cradle you every night you need them. Hit that like if your body already feels heavier, and share with a friend whose sleep eludes them like a distant oasis. Now, close your eyes, inhale the scent of spice-laden air, exhale the weight of the world, and let the Silk Road carry you away. Tonight, we speak to you, the one whose nights are haunted by restlessness, whose mind races through endless deserts of worry when darkness falls. These stories are crafted for adults like you, seeking not adventure, but the soft embrace of history's most peaceful whispers. No drama, no peril, only the serene flow of ancient trade routes, where caravans moved like gentle rivers through time, fostering connections in quiet harmony. We'll meander along the Silk Road's paths, from the Gobi's whispering sands to Samarkand's tranquil gardens, Bukhara's scholarly hush, and beyond, each tale unfolding slowly like petals in moonlight to lull you into the deepest sleep. Feel the tension dissolve, your breaths deepening as we begin. Let us commence with the whispering caravans of the Gobi Desert, that vast expanse of golden dunes and endless skies in ancient China and Mongolia, where the Silk Road's heart beat in rhythmic tranquility from the 2nd century BCE onward. Imagine the Han Dynasty Emperor Wu, born in 156 BCE, gazing from his palace in Chang'an, modern Xi'an, where walls of rammed earth enclosed gardens of plum blossoms swaying softly. In 138 BCE, he sent Zhang Jian, a diplomat whose journeys were like a calm breeze across the steppes, to seek alliances with the Yuezhi against the Xiongnu nomads. Zhang's path wound through the Gobi, a desert where sands shifted like sleeping giants, their whispers carried on winds scented with wild thyme.
Traveling with a caravan of 100 men, camels laden with silk bolts that shimmered like liquid moonlight, Zhang crossed the Taklamakan's fringes, where oases bloomed like hidden jewels, pools of still water reflecting starlit heavens, palms rustling like lullabies. Captured by the Xiongnu for 10 years, he lived in quiet captivity, learning their ways in yurts warmed by dung fires, the air filled with the soft lowing of sheep. Escaping in 1206 BCE, he reached the Yuezhi in Bactria, their kingdom a serene valley of vineyards and quiet rivers where kings debated philosophy under grape arbors. Returning after 13 years, Zhang brought tales of distant lands, Fergana's heavenly horses, swift and sweatless, grazing in peaceful meadows, India's spices wafting through markets where elephants amble slowly. His reports opened the Silk Road, a network not of conquest, but exchange, silk flowing west like gentle streams, glass and gold east in harmonious trade. Caravans formed, 1,000 camels strong, bells tinkling softly as they traversed the Gobi's dunes, guided by stars like Polaris, the eternal sentinel. Picture a caravan master, perhaps a Sogdian merchant from Samarkand, his beard flowing like desert winds, leading his train at dusk. Camels padded silently on broad feet, humps swaying like waves, carrying bales of silk, soft, iridescent fabrics dyed in indigo and saffron, whispering of luxury in far courts. Stops at oases like Dunhuang, where cave temples hollowed from cliffs held Buddhist murals painted in tranquil blues, monks chanting mantras that echoed like distant rain. Travelers rested in caravanserai, stone inns with courtyards where fountains bubbled softly, sharing stories by firelight. Tales of Alexander the Great's peaceful legacies in Bactria, where Greek columns stood amid Persian gardens. The Gobi's serenity lay in its isolation, days of endless horizon, nights under blankets of stars where the Milky Way arched like a cosmic road. Merchants meditated on the journey's rhythm, the soft crunch of sand under hooves, a mantra for peace. Trade brought not just goods, but ideas. Buddhism spreading from India via Kushan monks in quiet robes, establishing monasteries where bells tolled gently at dawn. In Tryphon's vineyards, grapes ripened in sun-dappled tranquility, wine fermented in clay jars for serene evenings.
By the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 CE, the Silk Road flourished under Emperor Taizong, whose court in Chang'an was a haven of cultural harmony. Poets like Li Bai composing verses in moonlit pavilions, their words flowing like the Wei River. Caravans carried porcelain, delicate as eggshells, and paper, revolutionizing knowledge in quiet scriptoria across Asia. The desert's peace endured through Mongol rule, when Kublai Khan's Pax Mongolica ensured safe passage. Couriers riding in rhythmic relays, their horses' hooves a steady drumbeat of unity. Feel the caravan sway now, the soft jingle of bells fading, sands cooling under night sky. Pause for 12 seconds. Music swells like a warm wave. As eyelids grow heavier, let's drift to Samarkand's tranquil gardens, the Silk Road's jewel in ancient Uzbekistan, where trade bloomed in serene splendor from the 4th century BCE. Founded by Sogdians, masters of commerce, the city nestled in the Zurivshan Valley, rivers irrigating orchards where apricots ripened like golden suns. Alexander the Great captured it in 329 BCE, marrying Roxana in a garden of roses, their petals scattering like soft confetti in peaceful union. Under the Samanids, 819 to 999 CE, Samarkand became a center of learning, its libraries housing scrolls in Arabic, Persian, Sogdian, scholars debating astronomy under plane trees, their voices hushed in reverence. The Registan Square, though later built, echoed early bazaars where merchants bartered in quiet haggling, silks exchanged for spices amid the scent of cardamom tea. Gardens like those of Timur, Tamerlane, in the 14th century featured pavilions where fountains murmured, peacocks strutting in iridescent calm, poets reciting ghazals to lute accompaniment. Imagine a trader from Chang'an arriving at dusk, his caravan unloading in courtyards where lanterns glowed softly, sharing tales with locals over pilaf in clay bowls. Nights in hammocks under vine-covered arbors, stars peeking through the leaves like watchful eyes. The city's mosques and madrasas fostered tranquility, call to prayer floating like a lullaby, students memorizing Quran in rhythmic chant, trades harmony blended cultures, Chinese blue and white porcelain inspiring Persian tiles, their patterns swirling like peaceful eddies.
The Silk Road's essence in Samarkand was connection without conflict. Envoys from Byzantium mingling with Indian ascetics in gardens where lotuses bloomed in ponds, their reflections perfect in still water. Feel the garden's peace enveloping you, fountains trickling, petals drifting.
You are lying on a 1,000-year-old wool kilim inside the Ark Citadel Bukhara, Uzbekistan. The year is 904 CE. Moonlight pours through a lattice window onto a stack of 42,000 manuscripts written in Arabic, Persian, Sogdian, and a secret alphabet only the librarians can read while dreaming. Your pillow is a leather-bound Quran whose silver ink still smells of rosewater. Your blanket is a single bolt of midnight blue silk dyed by moonlight alone. Breathe in the scent of saffron ink and candle smoke. Breathe out every unread email. Subscribe now so the librarians always save you the softest kilim. Like if your spine just melted into the 10th century. Comment only "still reading" and I'll know you're inside the page. 2a. The night Avicenna fell asleep on a single sentence. Feel the cool marble of a library bench. It is 2:17 a.m. A 16-year-old boy named Abu Ali ibn Sina, future Avicenna, polymath, healer of kings, sits cross-legged under a single oil lamp. He has been reading Aristotle's Metaphysics for 40 nights straight. Tonight, he reaches the sentence, "Sleep is the younger brother of death." He underlines it 3 times with a reed pen dipped in lapis lazuli. Then he does something no scholar has ever done. He closes the book, lies down on the open page, and falls asleep with the sentence as his pillow. The ink transfers to his cheek in perfect calligraphy. He wakes at dawn with the entire canon of medicine already forming in his dreams. Tonight, you are the sentence. Feel the reed pen write itself across your forehead. Count the letters. 1, 2, 3. When you reach 38 Arabic characters, you will be a medical encyclopedia and asleep in 904 CE. To be the silk that was dyed only while the city slept. Every Thursday night, the master dyer, Ustad Ghulam, closes the bazaar at sunset. He carries 40 bolts of raw silk to the roof of the Cologne minaret. He lays them flat under the full moon. He sings one lullaby in Tajik. Laili John, Oi Tugel gone. O moon, be born, be born.
The moon leans down and dyes the silk midnight blue without a single drop of indigo. By dawn, the silk is dry and weighs exactly 1 dream more than it did at dusk. Merchants from Venice pay triple because the silk makes the wearer fall asleep in 11 minutes flat. Tonight, you are bolt number 23. Feel the moon lean over your chest. Feel the lullaby soak into every thread. Count the threads, 1, 2, 3. When you reach 40,000, you will be wearable sleep and asleep on the minaret roof. 2C. The night 10,000 silkworms dreamed the same dream. In the royal sericulture house, 10,000 silkworms spin cocoons in perfect silence. At 3:03 a.m., every worm dreams the same dream. A caravan of white camels walking across a lake of milk. The dream is so gentle, the cuckoos glow soft gold. The empress wakes, touches one cocoon, and falls asleep for the first time in 7 years. She orders every cocoon to be left unboiled. The worms emerge as moths on the first day of spring and fly in a perfect spiral above Bukhara. Their wings spell the word Rahat, peace, in glowing Persian. The city sleeps for 400 years without a single nightmare. Tonight, you are cocoon number 6,842. Feel the golden dream spin around your ribs. Count the spirals, 1, 2, 3. When you reach 400, you will be a moth and asleep above the citadel. 2D. The night the librarian forgave the thief. A 12-year-old orphan named Layli sneaks into the library to steal a single page for her sick mother. She chooses a page of Rumi. Come, come, whoever you are. The head librarian, a 90-year-old woman named Bibi Khanum, catches her. Instead of punishment, she lights a second lamp, reads the poem aloud in a voice like warm honey, and tucks the page into Layli's pocket with a sprig of dried lavender. She whispers, "Steal only what helps you sleep." Layli returns every night for 40 years to read one page aloud to the sleeping city. On the 40th anniversary, she becomes head librarian and changes the library rule. Every book may be borrowed if returned with one dream attached. Tonight, you are the sprig of lavender. Feel the pocket warm against your stem. Count the dreams, 1, 2, 3. When you reach 40, you will be a library rule and asleep in Layli's pocket. Pause. Only the sound of 42,000 pages breathing. Shh, shh.
25 slow breaths. You are lying on a hand-knotted carpet so old it remembers Alexander's horses. The place, Kashgar Sunday Livestock Bazaar, Xinjiang, China, where the Silk Road splits into 3 quiet arms. The morning, 21 July 2024, 5:59 a.m. Air temperature 18 degrees Celsius and falling into stillness. Your pillow is a stack of 7 felt hats stacked like soft moons. Your blanket is the collective exhale of 100,000 traders who have agreed to sell everything except sound. Breathe in the scent of warm naan and sheep wool. Breathe out every alarm clock you ever owned. Subscribe now so the bazaar always keeps your spot by the melon cart. Like if your jaw just dropped open and forgot to close. Comment only, "Still silent," and I'll know you're inside the hush. 3A, the morning the rooster refused to crow. Feel the cool brass of a 2nd century BCE scale. It is 138 BCE. Zhang Chen's caravan has just arrived after 38 days of desert. The first rooster in Kashgar is carried in a bamboo cage as a gift for the local king. At 5:59 a.m., the rooster opens its beak and nothing. The bird has learned the bazaar's oldest rule: no noise before the sun touches the melon cart. The king pays the rooster 1 bolt of silk for its silence.
The rooster retires to a mulberry tree and lives 22 years without crowing once. Every sunrise thereafter, the bazaar opens with 11 seconds of perfect quiet, so the sun can hear the felt slippers arrive. Tonight, you are the rooster. Feel the silk bolt tucked under your wing. Count the silent seconds. 1, 2, 3. When you reach 11, you will be retired and asleep in the mulberry tree. 3B, the melon that paid for a library. Every Sunday, a blind melon seller named Mehmet arrives at 5:48 a.m. with 400 hummy melons balanced on a donkey cart older than the Tang dynasty. He taps each melon with a single apricot pit. The melon that returns the softest thud is set aside for the library fund. By 2024, he has sold 312,000 melons and bought 42,000 books for the village school. The children read by melon light, the orange glow inside each fruit lasting exactly 11 minutes when cracked open at story time. Tonight, you are melon number 311,999. Feel the apricot pit tap your rind. Feel the library grow inside your seeds. Count the pages. 1, 2, 3. When you reach 42,000, you will be a children's book and asleep on Mehmet's cart.
3C, the felt hat that remembered every dream. In the hat bazaar, a 900-year-old Uyghur woman named Gulzar sells 1 hat per year.
She spends 364 nights stitching the buyer's dream into the lining with thread made from the previous year's hat. The dreams are collected by placing an empty hat under a sleeping child's pillow on the night of the full moon. The 2024 hat contains a dream of flying over the Taklamakan on a carpet of naan, a dream of swimming in a river of kaffir, a dream of hugging a snow leopard that purrs in perfect 4/4 time. Gulzar sells the hat to a tired truck driver for the price of one silent smile. The driver wears it for 11 minutes and falls asleep at the wheel, safely because the hat steers the truck to a quiet apricot orchard and parks itself. Tonight, you are the snow leopard stitch. Feel the purr vibrate through the felt. Count the purrs. 1, 2, 3. When you reach 4/4, you will be a lullaby and asleep in the driver's cab. 3D, the 11-second silence that healed a city. 21 July 2024, 6 a.m. 100,000 people freeze mid-step. A newborn camel takes its first breath in the livestock ring. The mother camel licks the baby once. The entire bazaar holds its breath for exactly 11 seconds, so the baby camel can hear its own heartbeat before it hears the world. In those 11 seconds, a pickpocket returns a wallet. A couple stops arguing. A soldier lowers his rifle and smiles at a child. Seismographs in Urumqi record a heartbeat anomaly at 6:01:01 a.m.
You are lying on a 1,400-year-old stone lion at the south gate of Xi'an's Muslim quarter in Chang'an, 730 CE. The lion's paw is warm from the day's sun and cool from the night's breath. Your pillow is a folded Tang Dynasty silk robe, still smelling of the emperor's peach blossom perfume. Your blanket is the collective glow of 40,000 paper lanterns that have agreed to sell nothing but moonlight. Breathe in the scent of osmanthus cakes and distant rain. Breathe out every to-do list you ever wrote. Subscribe now so the stone lion always saves you the warmest paw. Like if your rib cage just sighed open. Comment only, still glowing, and I'll know you're inside the lantern. 4A. The night the emperor bought 1 minute of silence. Feel the smooth jade of a dragon seal. It is 8:08 p.m., 15th day of the 8th lunar month, 730 CE. Emperor Yuzhangzong has declared a new currency. 1 minute of perfect silence equals 1 night of perfect sleep, equals 1 tael of silver, equals 1 paper lantern filled with bottled moonlight. The entire city lines up
at the bell tower. Each citizen hands over 1 minute of held breath and receives one glowing lantern. By 8:19 p.m., 40,000 lanterns float above the city like slow-motion stars. The emperor pockets the 40,000 minutes and sleeps for the first time in 11 years. Tonight, you are minute number 23,847. Feel the silver tail cool against your palm. Count the held breaths. 1, 2, 3. When you reach 40,000, you will be imperial sleep and asleep on the stone lion. 4b. The lantern painter who painted with tears. In the Muslim quarter, a 19-year-old painter named Li Mei paints lanterns using only the tears of insomniacs. She sits on a 3-legged stool from 7:11 p.m. to 7:22 p.m.
collecting tears in a tiny porcelain spoon. 1 tear equals 1 brushstroke of moonlight. Tonight, a silk merchant has cried exactly 108 tears thinking of his daughter in distant Kashgar. Li Mei paints 108 fireflies inside 1 lantern. When the merchant hangs it above his bed, the fireflies spell his daughter's name in glowing Uyghur script. He falls asleep, smiling for the first time in 400 nights. Tonight, you are tier number 77. Feel the porcelain spoon cool against your cheek. Count the fireflies. 1, 2, 3. When you reach 108, you will be a daughter's name and asleep in the merchant's dream.
The girl drinks it slowly and remembers only the warmth of her mother's hand. She falls asleep standing up and is carried home by the stone lion, who has learned to walk on moonlight. Tonight, you are the bamboo tube. Feel the rain sound trickle through your hollow center. Count the raindrops. 1, 2, 3. When you reach 7, you will be a mother's hand and asleep in the girl's dream. 4D, the 11-minute firefly curfew. At 9:11 p.m., every firefly in Shanxi province receives a silent memo. Dim to 11% brightness for exactly 11 minutes, so the city can see its own reflection in the moat. 2 million fireflies obey. The moat becomes a perfect mirror. Citizens see themselves as children holding paper boats. A general drops his sword into the water. A poet drops his pen. A pickpocket drops a stolen watch and watches it sink like a slow silver moon. The fireflies turn back up at 9:22 p.m., and the city has aged backward 11 years. Tonight, you are firefly number 1,234,567. Feel the dimmer switch in your abdomen. Count the percentage points. 100, 99, 98. When you reach 11%, you will be a child's paper boat and asleep on the moat's surface. 4E, the night the stone lion closed its eyes. At 10:10 p.m., the South Gate stone lion blinks once.
Its eyes have been open for 1,400 years. Tonight, it decides to sleep for exactly 11 minutes, so the city can dream without being watched. In those 11 minutes, every insomniac in Shanxi dreams the same dream. They are paper lanterns filled with bottled moonlight floating above their childhood homes. When the lion opens its eyes at 10:21 p.m., 40,000 lanterns land gently on 40,000 pillows.
The city wakes up, rested, for the first time since the Tang Dynasty. Tonight, you are the lion's left eyelid. Feel the 1,400-year blink. Slow, your own. Count the minutes. 1, 2, 3. When you reach 11, you will be 40,000 pillows and asleep on the city wall. Pause. Only the sound of 40,000 lanterns landing like snowflakes. Fluff, fluff, for 35 slow breaths. Part 4. Closing. You have now sold 1 minute of silence to an emperor, painted 108 fireflies with a father's tears, drunk the sound of rain from a bamboo bowl, dimmed yourself to 11% for a city's reflection, blinked a 1,400-year-old stone lion to sleep. Your body is lighter than bottled moonlight, your heartbeat slower than a firefly's dimmer. The night market has closed its eyes, and you are the lantern it is dreaming in 11-minute installments. If this quintuple tranquility has turned every streetlight into a firefly, press like so YouTube bottles another minute of silence. Subscribe so the next 8:08 p.m. is already paid for. Comment only, still floating, and I'll know you're glowing in Tang script. Whenever you wake, peach blossom perfume in your hair, firefly dimmer in your pocket, whisper, Part 5, and we'll drift to Dunhuang's cave that sang itself to sleep for 1,000 years. Until then, Uncle Ma's rain bowl is your pillow. Li Mei's tear brush is your blanket. The stone lion's blink is your lullaby. Good night, lantern child. The night is a market, and you are the only currency it accepts. One perfectly held breath.